How about love, Love, love? How about love, love? How about love, Lou, love? How about love, Lou, love?
Oh, baby cakes. What am I doing here? It's Mo in the morning. Why am I here? I'm asking this very question myself. Frankly, I couldn't sleep last night. I was up at 3 a.m., Mo. I saw 4 o'clock. I was making thumbnails by 5 a.m., so I introduced you guys. This is why you're here. I introduce you to that Egyptian dreamboat. Most of the wise, baby.
Hello
cakes.
there.
What
You know,
you
I
doing
wake
there?
up at,
Go on.
so I updated my iOS 15 software last night, and I woke up at like 3 or 4, whatever time it was, because I wanted to, I'm just a freak of Apple. So I had to play with it at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I see a text from Seth. I'm like, what is going on here? Why is this happening?
Congrats on 80K, Mo.
Yeah, you too. That was great.
a
Well, you were
majority of-
probably awake for it. So.
I was. I saw it live. Okay, we are here. Yes, Disney. We welcome in everybody. All our new traders. We welcome you in for the morning show. I'll just be guiding the show a bit, giving Mo a breather, a smidge on the questions and answers. We'll go through. Mo, deliver some of that sexy news you bring us in the morning. I mean, some stunning. Go for it, baby.
So yesterday I got a little bit annoyed. Somebody made a comment on the video and they said that my comment about the plunger team did not hold up very well. So I said, sir, why don't you go and look at what happened in the market? The market was down over 800 points yesterday. At one point, the NASDAQ was down over 3%. I said, guys, the plunger team is going to come in here. I think we closed down yesterday minus 490 points on the Dow or something. And today, look at this. Stocks are up they were up 1% at one point. So guys, they're going in, they're buying futures. This is what they do. This is just what happens. So that's why I didn't want to, especially in the Employed Trader series yesterday, that's why I didn't want to do any overreactive buying or selling, because I thought we were going to get this rebound today. I think we're going to get more coming up. Fed is going to speak tomorrow, so let's just roll with that. So let's do some stories. I'm going to start with the Fed. Yep. So I'm going to read, okay, I'm not even going to write on the board. I'm going to read it. You guys can see it. This is a little bit hard for me. So FOMC preview. Fed seeks to downplay the rate hike. Basically, what they're going to decide tomorrow, I think they're going to come out with their dot plot tomorrow. And what the dot plot is the 19 members of the Fed, they're going to start posting where they think that interest rates are going to go over the next 2.5 to 3 years, through 2024. And I personally think that we're going to get a maximum of 2 rate hikes at 25 basis points each. So that's not really a lot. Now, the big thing that everybody wants to pay attention to is what they're going to do as far as buying back any. This is the taper. Are they going to start tapering with the mortgage-backed securities and the treasuries? Mm-hmm. I don't think they are. And I think they're going to use yesterday and everything that's happening with Evergrande, is that the name? And everything that's happening with Janet Yellen wanting to raise the debt ceiling. I think all of this is going to come into play, and they are going to delay this taper further than November, which they already think is going to happen. So the Federal Reserve is not expected to announce any major policy change at the conclusion of Wednesday's meeting. Jerome Powell is going to speak at 2:30 on tomorrow. Let's see here. Wall Street is scattered on whether or not the economic recovery since June will pull tilt on the FOMC towards a more aggressive path. So they say that the economic recovery, this and that, guys, there's a record number of jobs available out there. People are not working. So how exactly do we have an economic recovery? And that to me is another reason why they're not going to start this taper. I just don't think that they can start this taper with this. I mean, you see how many unemployment signs you see out there. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I retired from posting it on my Instagram account, by the way. Good story. I drove to Columbus on Sunday. I go into a Starbucks.
Go on.
Of course, there's a now hiring sign. I walk up to the counter and Nicole goes, okay, I want a latte. And I was like, yeah, I want something to drink. The lady goes, well, it's going to be a 20-minute wait for your drink. I was like, 20-minute wait? Mm-hmm. Because they're short-staffed. 20 minutes for Starbucks.
This is your stunning girlfriend, Nicole?
Yeah.
She'll be here later?
She'll be here later.
Keep going, Mosa. Make sure you guys tickle the thumbs up while you're here.
Yeah, that would be great. So either way, Powell, this story's boring. Let's go to the next one. All right.
I love when you say that, Mo. Boy, this is stunning to witness live.
So the problem is, the way I do the show, if I'm not entertained, then they're probably not entertained, you know? That's why I'm just like, let's just go to the next one. All right, let's talk about this Evergrande thing. What do we want to do?
Yes, this is taking over.
So this is the story. And the issue that's with this, I don't think it's necessarily Evergrande that's the issue. I think it's the snowball effect that can essentially happen. This is what happened in 2008. Lehman Brothers went down and everything else, it was a spiral effect in a very bad way. So this has caused the S&P to drop below its 50-day moving average. The 100-day moving average is 1% off right now. 200-day moving average is 5.8% off right now. So if we start getting more, that's why when you see what the Fed is doing as far, well, not the Fed, the institutions are doing as far as purchasing futures, they do not want this thing to get to the 100-day moving average, because at the 100-day, that's when people say, okay, is this thing for real? Not only that, but the quant funds come in, and if it hits a certain level, your hedge funds that run just on algorithms start selling like crazy. They will start to go short the market, and that's what happens when you see those massive falls. Yesterday, if you would actually look, you can look at stocks like Alibaba is a great example. As soon as it hit a certain support level and it dipped below that, you just saw an instant drop in the stock price, because those quant funds will go in there and they'll just automatically sell stocks, and it's gone. And it's really incredible. These things should be either regulated in some way or illegal. I mean, they're really taking over the market as a whole. So guys, keep an eye out for the 100-day moving average. That's the biggest thing. Now let's go to this next story here. This is the one, Goldman Sachs nailed it on the head. They said the contagion effect is the issue. So the issue is this thing is going to start spiraling out of control. This is what happened during the financial crisis. Equities and bonds issued to other developers with high leverage have sold off. Protests of Evergrande offices in China may cause reluctance among potential homebuyers more broadly. It's just pressure on pressure on pressure. And here I noted the quant funds, so I was a little bit ahead of myself. But these quant funds, guys, pay attention to these things. If you just go back to 2018 and see what happened in 2018, you saw crazy, crazy sell-offs. Start paying attention to moving averages on individual stocks. Even on a day-to-day basis, when you see a stock hit a 100-day moving average, it might just bounce straight up or it's going to bounce straight down. It never just hovers there in that moment that it touches that area. So that's that one. What's next? Apple and iPhone sales. So Apple's obviously the crown jewel of the stock market. Let's see what you guys are saying. Anything good? The feed is stuttering. Oh, they're going to figure that out. Let's see here. Mo is buff. Sweet. Thank you. Buffering. All right. So with iPhones, I personally think that this is a massive iPhone flop. Improving a camera doesn't do anything for me. I did not upgrade to the iPhone 12. I'm not upgrading to the iPhone 13. And I'm a person, the only iPhone that I've never had until the 11 was the very first iPhone. I updated every single year. Even when I didn't have that much money, I still updated because I just wanted the tech. So right now, this person makes the argument that there's 450 million iPhones out there that are waiting to be upgraded. I think that upgrade will happen with iPhone 14 when they actually do something besides changing a camera. But this person said, taking into account the phones that will likely get upgraded this year, he said that it's more likely that 190 million people will replace their phones. I think that's a lot more reasonable. That's going to take a hit at Apple's revenue. Major hit? No, of course not. But nonetheless, it'll be a little bit of a hit.
Are you getting a new phone?
No.
Okay.
I don't really take pictures. I know you're into photography. Yeah. Cameras are the least of my worries on any kind of phone. And unfortunately, that was pretty much the only upgrade that they made. So I was really hoping that they were going to come out with that satellite feature. Do you know about that?
I heard you talking about it.
Yeah, so what it could have been and what's going to happen in the future is, I'll tell you another problem before I go on to that. Another problem with iPhone right now, iOS 15 came out yesterday. They are slowly starting to roll out features. So even if you get the iPhone 13, you're not going to be able to just get all the features at one time. So I don't know why Apple's doing this very slow roll of things, but they are, and I think it's problematic. But anyways, the satellite feature is no matter where you were in the world, your phone could connect with satellites and you could send SMS messages and make emergency phone calls. Satellite phones are like $2,000 or $3,000. This would have been an awesome feature to have in the iPhone, just for emergency services when you're traveling and whatnot, but it didn't come. Last story, Nike. I bring this up because I know a lot of people are shorting Nike right now in the Bid and Ask Nation. They are reporting earnings on Thursday, so please don't get caught in earnings. If you're short, they could report the worst earnings in the world and the stock could skyrocket on you. They could report the best earnings in the world and the stock can drop like a flying crowbar. So they are having issues. China's an issue. Vietnam's an issue. Vietnam is basically shut down. That's 30% of their shoe business, I think, that happens in Vietnam. Mm-hmm. So just be aware of this. I'm not telling you don't need to do a deep dive or anything. Just be aware of what earnings they're reporting soon and go from there. So that's it for my news. Follow me on Instagram.
Jimmy from Learn to Invest will be joining us at our 2 p.m. live stream. Yes, we try to keep it a secret as long as we could.
What a great guy.
Then we thought we'd just promote it more. We spent about 8 hours talking to Jimmy last night. It wasn't supposed to be that long, but we brought him by for a studio tour at 3. We ended up talking almost to 6. Then we had dinner at 7, steaks and drinks. And by 11:30, we turned in for the evening. Yeah. And so he will, very interesting guy. He has not shared half of his story with you guys. And so if you have not followed Jimmy, make sure you go right click, new window, go to YouTube and find Learn to Invest, or on your phone, open up a new tab and go subscribe to Learn to Invest. All right, Mosif, let's get those stocks in. You want to start taking a look at some of these? Get your
let's do it.
Get your charts up and cooking. Mo, are you using new charts or using the?
Yeah, so I'm using the TradingView charts.
Why is that?
I decided. Well, the other charts I was using, they're in the middle of doing some software updates, and it was just frustrating me. So I asked Cash to go in and just kind of replicate my charts. It took him like 2 weeks, but he did it. I mean, the guy's incredible. So any change that you've seen on TradingView, it's not me. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's all Cash. So please thank him. Change your settings. He put an announcement today to the entire Bid and Ask Nation in the chart reading questions area. So you can change your weekly stochastic. That's the only change that was made. So please go in there, see it. It's 1944 now instead of 1033. So those of you that like charts, you know what that means. Those of you that don't, I don't know what to tell you.
If you want to join Mo in the Bid and Ask Nation, this is our middle tier of either our Patreon or the Everything Money community. We're sort of merging them together. And so if you're a patron member, you can log in to everythingmoney.com and switch over. If you are new and like to join our community, go to everythingmoney.com. You can log right in and get in Mo's tier, which is the trading tier. It goes up every single month and always will as the spots fill up. And you can join Mo on a daily basis and get video updates, talking in our Discord all day long, and join that amazing team of ambassadors he has cooking for you guys in terms of day trades, momentum swing, long-term. That is the Bid and Ask Nation, which is taking over. Go ahead, Mo.
So this is CCL. So this is my weekly chart. Same thing, same setup. Basically, the big question about CCL is, what are they going to do? And the big question for a chart reader is the resistance points. So you have your high here. Why is that black? Hold on a second. Let's change this. Yellow. There we go. High here, low here, and here is that 50% area that it can't break above with all of that overhang. So you can see that it's tried to climb in the past and it falls, tries to climb, falls, tries to climb. And this is a very strong resistance point, just under $35. So let's zoom in and see. So I don't like, as you guys know, if you've watched me for any length of time, I don't like to trade CCL from a long-term perspective. I'd rather just do a value investment, but I like the volume that's coming in as a swing trade. You have a really great trajectory going up. It's held these moving averages very well. I mean, guys, this is a good-looking swing trade stock. You could swing this up to the 200-day moving average, but you have to be patient with this and you have to play with stops, because this is something that can be very, very volatile in these markets. So please use stops with this one. What else do we got here?
What do you think, Mo? Make sure you guys tickle the thumbs up, of course.
Let's do GM.
Of course.
Haven't done GM in a long time.
Nice.
Oh, let's see with GM. Anyways, if you keep getting negative sentiment in this market, just keep shorting it down, because your next resistance point is not until 40 bucks. And right now you're at 49.69 to open the day. That is a long run. I bet if you get a movement down today at all, or a movement down today or tomorrow, I think that you can actually get away with a pretty good short on this thing, because there is really no support in here. Besides for this big day that it had back in April, March, whatever it was, there is zero support between here. So you guys can definitely find some profits with that one on GM. Sorry, I like that one.
Yeah, guys, we're fiddling with the internet. We actually get it's funny. Tim and I were talking on the show. We actually get 1.1 down gigs. I mean, a gig a second, but our up speed is a little slow this morning. So let us know if it's getting any better. Tim, did you go on the Wi-Fi over there? And we'll see how it's going. Let us know how it's going, guys. Sorry about that. Obviously, we'll keep going. Mo, do you want to look at Apple? Do you want to look at Baba?
We'll do Apple. Baba's pretty boring to look at, but I can do it. Okay, so with Apple, that's a good question. So right now, let me zoom in here just a little bit. I know everybody's kind of worried about this one because it's in the Employed Trader series. I'm not convinced still. This stochastic, I think it's a little bit exaggerated. I do not think that that red line should be under the yellow. Now, this is a problem with stochastic. This is me using my experience over the past 18 years and just saying stochastic is not perfect. You can see when there's very big volume days, you get crazy movements on stochastic. So right now, I said yesterday that people are like, why aren't we selling Apple? Because I think we're going to need a rebound today. And right now, it's up almost $1 pre-market. I think that we're holding a consolidation level. This is it. And I think that we're going to have some upward trajectory. The only thing I don't like is that we dropped below the 50-day moving average. But we'll see what happens. I mean, guys, don't forget, Apple's one of the ones that leads the market up. It's going to lead the market down. So if they're going to turn this market around and run it back up to all-time highs, who's going to be the one? One of those articles today said, pay attention to the FANG stocks. If those start to rebound, the entire market's going to rebound. They're responsible for 45% of this move since 2015. They're going to be responsible for 45% for a very long time. So what goes up must come down, and what goes down is probably going to go back up because the Fed's going to move it up.
Mo, do you use fast, slow, or full stochastics?
I use smooth, slow. Smooth, slow. Good question. Slow. And if you want to, Ed, my whole setup is in the
Bitnask?
Bitnask.
Discord.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Seth, we have a story here.
Oh, go for it.
So I'm a little bit confused this morning, and I'm sure you are too.
Oh, I am, of course, Mo. You know, I was just in Boca Raton this past weekend at a Bitcoin convention.
Was it hot?
It was steamy down there. You know, Gator Nation. Go ahead.
So gold was up yesterday, and the hedge against the market is supposed to be Bitcoin, and it was down several percentage points. So I was just a little confused. I thought that Bitcoin was the true hedge against markets, but it said that it shuddered with the Chinese debacle, even though it was a safe haven. So I don't think I understand markets anymore.
No,
I don't think I ever did.
That is quite puzzling with being so disruptive. And yeah, I mean, we're bullish on this, Mo. We can't be bullish enough.
Oh yeah, or
too bullish.
I was at like 540 billion by the end of the year. I think I'm up to 600 billion by the end of the year. This pullback is nothing but just buy the dip.
That doesn't scare you? Yeah, buy the dip. I assumed you were going to say that.
Guys, I'm joking.
That's sarcasm out of Mo. We need a sarcasm merch shirt, by the way. Okay, let's keep going. Paul is in the chat if you want to make fun of him, and he'll get an argument with you. Go ahead. Yes, smooth and slow. That's how I like my love-making music.
Will the Evergrande Fiesta hurt Baba?
Good question, Rob.
It's going to hurt all Chinese stocks. I mean, let's look at any of the Chinese stocks yesterday. Let's look at this Baidu.
Baidu?
Yeah, let's see what happened yesterday. So they got hit pretty badly yesterday. I mean, they had a gap down and they got smoked yesterday. Baba was down about $10 a share yesterday. What's another
JD?
one? Momo?
JD or Momo?
Let's see JD. JD, same thing. I mean, look at that, Seth. Look at that drop yesterday. That's huge.
Fill.
Yeah. So, I mean, guys, they're gonna get hit. There's no doubt. They're closest to the situation. So, and they're probably some of them might have some kind of financing issue with those companies. Bitcoin is the future from Kathy Wood. I like it.
That's true.
All right, give me some more stocks, guys.
Go ahead, guys.
Let's see what we got.
Mo, you don't like trading Tesla, but when ARK unloads zillions of dollars of it.
Yeah, so it's interesting. She says that she's a long-term play on this thing, but she's also said in the past that she likes taking profits. So I don't really know what that means.
Shouldn't you take profits when it's high?
She should have taken it when it was $900 a share.
I see. So it's the old buy high, sell low motif. Got it.
I don't know this woman. I don't get it, but whatever. I just like to make fun of her. She could be a genius. I have no idea, but she's not. But this is just consolidating in this range. Now, yesterday Tesla got hit pretty hard. Tesla is the same situation as Apple, Microsoft. It's led the market up. It has a ton of people trading the stock. It's going to lead the market back down. So with this today, if the trajectory continues down, go for it. It's up $4 a share right now. Just to me, everything that you guys do today, please let this settle down. Wait until 10 after, even wait until 12 o'clock today. Just see where things are going, because they could be running stocks up this morning, and then all of a sudden, future buying runs out, everything settles, and then the sellers come right back in, and they just get rid of everything. Or those quant funds start hitting different moving averages, and everything starts moving again. So just be very patient when things like this happen.
What about Chewy? People ask for Chewy. What do you think?
Haven't done that one in a while.
Yeah.
They always send me coupons to my house, even though I don't have an animal. All right, let's see.
You
here.
are an animal. You're a beast.
All right.
Go ahead.
So I love this trajectory. I mean, this is a great looking swing trade.
Look at you.
It has gapped down big time. You have is this the 25-day moving average? It didn't save my colors, but I mean, you have a lot of movement up here to the top side. Just give this some time. Give this one more day. Let that yellow line get into the sweet spot. As far as over here, you're really sitting at a very strong support level. So this downward trajectory may not continue. The only place it can go to is $65, and even I don't think it'll get to $65. I think it's going to settle down for you. Guys, capitalize on this. This is a good-looking swing trade. If you can make something happen there, please do it, because this is one of the few that I'm seeing out there. Okay. Oh, let's look at SPY. That's a great idea. Let's look at the overall market. Okay, so market dropped down yesterday with a gap. Let's see here. So it broke its 50-day, and this is what I was talking about earlier. It dropped below its 50-day. It is not up there again today. Look at that incredible amount of selling volume yesterday. This is the average, and that is yesterday. So you are starting to trend down right now. Now, I think this looks like Apple. This is an over-exaggerated stochastic. Let everything settle down. Let today readjust everything. So it's not insane volume out there, and I think that that would be a better way to play this. But just looking at the market, pay attention to these moving averages. This is your 100 here, dropped through its 50. The 200 is down here. That's a long way to go, but it's entirely possible. I mean, it's only 6%.
What is this SoFi? I see a lot of other channels doing this nonsense.
Don't know.
It's a financial company. They've been around for maybe not even a year yet.
SoFi Technologies. Is this like the
financial services company? They offer home loans, personal loans, credit cards in the U.S. and Hong Kong.
I've seen their commercials.
Oh, okay. Go on.
All right. So the thing I don't like about this now is this is not 1 year old, is it?
Well, it's not quite 1 year old.
So it's getting there. I see a 200-day moving average. It just became 200 days old in the middle of last week. This little white blip right there, that's the 200-day moving average. So you have 200. I personally still would wait. Just wait for 365 days. Go and day trade this thing. I mean, this thing has gone from $28, from $10 to $28 in a matter of 10 days, and it's back down to $14.50. So just go and day trade this. It has great volatility. I love stocks with volatility that you can capitalize on day trades.
That volatility makes me worrisome, though. You're saying take advantage of it.
Only on a day trading side. I would never be in something like this from a swing trading perspective.
Okay.
I mean, overnight, who knows what can happen. But
I see.
If you can get in and out of it in the same day, why not? I think it would be a great thing to do. All right, what else do we have?
A lot of people are asking for LMT. What is that again?
Lockheed Martin.
Oh, of course, Lockheed.
So this is one of the employed traders series. I'm not going to give away the house right now.
Oh, you want to hold this tight to the chest?
Well, I'll give them a little something.
Okay.
So
tickle us a little bit, though. Fondle us.
So this is holding. This is a support level 320. Now, that's a lot. I mean, the good thing about Lockheed Martin is it's in everyone's portfolio. Any financial manager you ask, Lockheed Martin is in the portfolio because I think they still pay a pretty good dividend, and they're just an American state. I mean, they're defense. They're
3%, Mo. 3%.
Yeah, it's a good dividend. It's more than the average of the market. They're bigger than Northrop Grumman as far as being contracts with the government. They're bigger than Boeing. They're the defense company. So a lot of people love the stability of them. With this, with the stochastic down here, you have to let it calm down. Eventually, this thing is going to turn up for you, and this is going to be a great trade. This is why I added it to the employed trader series. It's just going to be a matter of time, and I'm a very patient person. Uber got upgraded last night. That's probably why everybody wants to do it.
What happened, Mo?
I have no idea. Let's see. I think it got upgraded to it's either $65 or $85 a share, which could give it some positive movement today, and it's being reflected on the daily stochastic. So if you can get through this moving average at $40.25, you can get a pretty good run on this thing to the top side. This is a beautiful looking stochastic. Down here, not so much. So a long-term play is out of the picture right now. But take this one with, I can't remember the other stock that I said, with that good-looking moving average on good-looking stochastic on the daily. You can go ahead and do both of these. Those are great. Let's see. Nike. Let's do Nike. I talked about it earlier. Nike's earnings are, I believe, Thursday after the bell. Where's my stock twits? Nike after the bell Thursday. So please be conscientious of that. Now, the good thing about Nike, why isn't it showing here?
Why do you always tell us to be careful around earnings, Mo?
Because earnings are a total crapshoot. I mean, it's like rolling a dice and saying, you can have the best earnings in the whole world. I go back to Apple's earnings 2 years ago. It was two quarters ago. It was literally the best earnings that Apple has ever had in the history of the company, and the stock price dropped. You can have the same thing where a company has awful, awful, awful earnings, and analysts come out and say, oh, this is going to be pretty good in the future, and it shoots right back up. So to me, the risk reward is not there for earnings. Yes, you're going to win some, but you're also going to lose some, and you're going to get smoked on some. It's just not worth it for me. I would rather not be in the stock, let it do whatever reaction it's going to do, and then take a more conservative approach and capitalize on it that way. Now, the good thing about Nike is this gap that happened, the last earnings report, because everything good was coming out of Vietnam. Now everything bad is coming out of Vietnam. That's why a lot of people are short on this right now. The stochastic on a long-term, this is just absolutely beautiful. Coming down, this whole gap is going to fill. Down to $136, I think it is. The whole gap is going to fill. And you can capitalize on that. Just don't be in it on earnings with a very large position, because you're going to get burned. And I don't want you to get burned. That would suck. God, I really hate rating bank stocks. Why does it matter if some bank is buying the stock? I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Space GM. Wasn't Apple because the guidance and everyone was concerned about forward guidance? Yes, that's what it always is. It's always forward guidance. It's always these analysts that are the ones that get to determine everything. And the good thing is when you get these crazy overreactions, you look at Apple and you say, wow, they just absolutely crushed earnings. Can they do it again? No, they probably can't beat the next quarter, which they actually did. But no, they probably can't beat that earnings. But they're going to probably come pretty damn close, because it's a very good company. So why would you? There's no point of tanking the stock. That's just what analysts do. Anyways, stocks are irrational.
How about AutoZone, AZO?
AZO, we haven't looked at that one in a long time. This was a very big value play for Paul and I back in the COVID time. Let's see here. So I'm sure that they like this, because this is about to do a little bit of a sweet spot reversal to the top side. AutoZone's a very good company. Now, in the short term, you have a downward trajectory coming. It probably won't go past this $1,527 support level, which is a moving average, but I really like this from a sweet spot reversal standpoint. Now, let's look back a little bit.
Check, please.
You've had sweet spot reversal, sweet spot reversal, sweet spot reversal. So you have to know that this stock often does sweet spot reversals. Don't be sold that it's going to do a sweet spot reversal and it's going to make a run for a very long time. It's very possible that this thing does a reversal and then comes right back down and does it again. So this is something that you just learn from experience. This is why I like Lockheed Martin. I like that Lockheed Martin will take several months to make an incline on its stochastic. It's not a 2-week thing and then back down, a 2-week thing and back down. It gives really nice long trends, and that's why we put it in the Employed Trader series.
We did a video about long-term holding of Crocs. It was kind of a funny video. We were kind of laughing, but now Crocs is all in the news. What's been going on?
Is it?
Yeah,
Crocs?
Yeah, it has recently.
I love Crocs.
I don't own a pair, but I know you do the Crocs and socks.
I own enough Crocs for all of us.
Okay, go on.
Is it, what's the ticker?
CROX.
CROX, that's it. I was looking at something else. Wow, this is insane. This is crazy. Who would have thought? So,
will you wipe that board behind you so we can see those?
Yeah.
Engulfing candlestick.
Yeah, see those candlesticks, baby.
So it got a little spike in volume. But the good thing about this is it had an awesome trajectory up, and this is a power stock. So it broke through the sweet spot and it just went sideways for a very, very, very long time. Over all 4 of its major moving averages, making new all-time highs. Of course, yesterday it pulled back with the market a little bit, but if this thing moves up, and the market's open right now, if this thing moves up and breaks out and makes another all-time high, stay in it, add to it for the first time, whatever you want to do. And if you're in this, don't take profits, because this is a really good-looking stock. There's not many of these out there. What's the other one? Costco? Pretty much it.
Yeah. What did Claude do? What is high five? Is it just a hello, or is that's actually a company? I don't even know.
Let's see. I think he just wants to give me a high five.
Thanks, Claude. Love you to death. What else? Folks, if you're joining us late, Jimmy from Learn to Invest. Yes, that Jimmy from Learn to Invest is joining us at our 2 p.m. live stream to talk everything. Investing, mindset. It'll be a long show, and we're expecting it to be a big one. So bring your questions to that show this afternoon for our live stream at 2 p.m. Eastern. Go ahead, Mo. What do you think?
So markets are already turning down a little bit. I mean, they're still up, but they're down off of their. This is what happens when futures start to settle. The real buyers, buyers like you and me, what retail buyers that come in, hedge funds will come in, quants will come in. So we're going to see where this market goes today. But the plunger team was definitely plunging the toilets this morning. That's for sure. So. All right, I'll do one more stock, and I'm going to get out of here. Give me one more. Let's see here. Where's all the stocks, guys?
I see some here. I mean, how about KMX? What is that? Do you know that, Mo?
I don't know. Let's see.
KMX.
Knight Swift Transportation. I want to do Microsoft.
Oh, no, CarMax.
Oh, it's CarMax? Okay, I'll do it next. Microsoft, I want to do because Microsoft obviously is one of the leaders of the market. It should be called FANG-M, or figure out a different acronym. Because this thing is just, I mean, it's ripping. It's back below $300 a share. But if this gets up here again and makes a new all-time high, your market's just going to keep going for you. In the short term, you see how steep the stochastic is? That's not something that I would try to short, especially going into this 50-day moving average. I would just let it calm down. This is more of a long-term trade for me. That probably not a day trade either. But if they can make a new all-time high again over, what was it, 306, something like that, you'll do very well with it. Now, what was the last one? CarMax?
Yeah.
CarMax. KMX. Let's see. Oh, wow, this is looking good. So,
I chose it because the guy who suggested it said it had a Head and Shoulders. I said, well, look, if this guy's going to do his homework.
Does have a Head and Shoulders, but it's not a strong one. So, for Head and Shoulders, I would have liked to see these candles to be up here a little bit more, because you would actually have your head and your shoulders down here. So right now it's just this is just a support level. I mean, a resistance point. So let's let this thing keep moving. If you can break out to an all-time high, you can go ahead and trade this thing from a long-term perspective, but please use stops, because you are in a you're going to get into the overbought area. For me, probably not doing this right away, but yeah, even from a daily perspective, this is probably a stock that I would just ignore for right now. It's just too difficult. Why put yourself in a pinch? All right. I think that's it. We got a long day of recording, so.
We do. Again, join us 2 p.m. Eastern. Join Mo every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern for news, notes, and trading. And we'll be filming a bunch of videos, getting Jimmy's opinion. And patrons, we're going live just for you on Thursdays. I'm sorry. All patrons and everybody in the Everything Money community. Again, we're merging the two. And so if you are in the Patreon and want to switch over, you can pay less fees and less BS, the Patreon BS in their billing. You can go over to Everything Money, log in, and there's steps where you can move over to join. Obviously, to stay in our community, you'll stay in the same tier. You pay the same amount of money. It's just plain better at everythingmoney.com. So that's our take. Join the BitNass Nation. Get access to the Discord. You can talk to Mo on a daily basis.
Yep.
And that is our take. I always say that, Mo, but this is really your take. It's really stunning to see you do this live, man. I mean, I have no clue what you're talking about most of the time, but this is good stuff, bro. So if you do know what he's talking about, join us tomorrow. That's our show. Thanks for watching, Mo. You know I love you to death.
Have a great day, guys.
Beast over there.
Love you.
And final thumbs up on the way
too.
out, guys. See you too, guys. See you around.